Hello and welcome to episode 4 of the Short Distance Stitchers. My name is Megan.
I am also Megan, and we are in the same space.
We're in Edmonton, and we're going to the Stitch and Stash retreat tonight, which starts tomorrow morning.
Bright and early.
Yeah, so we're just doing a little pre-retreat / May, June update.
Kind of update.
I don't have
everything,
the
the things we have with us.
I did a lot of stitching at my mom's house, so I have quite a bit to share for a week and a half.
And we'll have lots of just stuff. Megan has brought me a pile of treats. And then we're going to do some sort of add-on about the Edmonton Stitch and Stash retreat. So this will be kind of a
Before and
multi-part
after.
meeting, movie, Flosstube, whatever it is we're doing here. You can tell I spend too much time on film, camera, in meetings.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
You have any finishes
I
to share
do.
with the group?
So, right before I left, I was watching Michelle G. Bendy Stitchy's Flosstube, and she was talking about how, like, all the different classes that are going to be at the Stitch and Stash retreat, and one of the ones was the strawberry class, and she was, like, going through, like, the instructions, and it was like, oh, you have to have your finished strawberry, and I was like, I'm taking that class. I don't have a finished strawberry. I was like, that's in, like, a week. So I made a strawberry. So this is, I think it's just called strawberry, and it's from,
Strawberry.
yeah, it's from Hands-On Design. That's the one. I always get Heart and Hand.
Celia Turner.
Yes, Hands-On Design. And she had a whole series of these. So she had a blackberry strawberry, a strawberry. I think there was one more. A blueberry. It was a blueberry strawberry. And I did the strawberry. So it is just a row of strawberries, and then a row of flowers, and then another row of strawberries, and then one little flower down at the bottom.
They're not flowers, they're future strawberries.
Future strawberries. So there's many strawberries on this.
Mm-hmm.
And I started this, I had 3 little mini strawberries right across the top done before I left. And then I worked on it for like 3 days at my mom's house and finished it. So yeah, some frantic stitching. And then I ironed interfacing on the back, which I will need to turn it into a strawberry.
Ta-da!
And so you'll see the finished version of this when we film on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I contemplated leaving out the darker color and making them look almost like raspberries because they would be like kind of like rounded. But then I was like, I like a strawberry. And this is a piece of 32 count. I think it's an even weave because it doesn't feel like a linen.
It looks like an even weave.
Yeah, it was an ornament cut from our friend Kayli at the sewing shop. I just grabbed it out of my stash. And I have some of the called for colors in here, and then the reds are both Britain Needle reds that are just stunning, beautiful colors.
It looks great.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll learn a new skill this weekend.
Yes, and I can make everything I own into strawberries. Mm-hmm. And then I also finished partially on the plain, and then partially when I arrived in Saskatoon, my autumn acorns. This is a Michelle G pattern from a Just Cross Stitch, I believe, from a few years ago. I started this in like September 2023.
When it came out.
And then when, because one of the classes that we're also doing at the retreat is a journaling class with Michelle. And so Megan was like, oh, I'm going to finish one of my small to put in my journal. And I was like, oh, that's so smart. I wonder if I have anything small that I could finish quickly that would fit in a journal. And in fact, I did. And it was a Michelle pattern.
Ta-da!
This is 16 count Rustico. Some called for colors, some uncalled for colors. One Cosmo variegated. And
one extra squirrel.
There's supposed to be 23 in the corner, but since I didn't do it in 2023 and I didn't feel like doing 25, I just did an extra swirl. I just mirror imaged him.
Looks
On
great.
the other side. And the swirls are done in, it's a gentle art called Autumn Leaves,
Ooh.
which I thought was appropriate.
Yeah.
And those are my 2 finishes. Did you finish anything?
I have finished one thing, and this is a sneaky preview finish
Ooh.
of a halfway episode finish. So this is the Hobbit sampler, and I completely did not look up where I got it from on Etsy, but they have some other cute Lord of the Rings-ish Tolkien things along with other stuff. And so I have put it on a little board, and it's going to go in this little thing, and I'm going to get some pom-poms or something to hide the wibbly-wobbly edges.
Yeah.
And then, don't tell her. This is going to our friend Michelle, Chinook Crafter. It is part of Link is My Homeboy, Heather's fantasy something swap.
Like fairies and
Yeah.
something.
And so I'm going to sneak this onto Michelle's seat. She is going to be joining us later tomorrow, so it will be waiting for her when she arrives. I'm not going to put my name on it. It's just going to be there. And we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Like it's part of the retreat.
We'll see what happens.
We all got them.
I'll admit to it later.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'll take a picture or something of the final one, and maybe we'll add it in. But it's very cute. Part of me is like, I need to stitch it again for myself, and part of me is like, that was a lot of color changing.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
There's a lot of colors in that little.
So that's the only thing I have with
Okay.
me. That is a finish.
Okay.
Do you have any whips to share?
I have a new start.
Oh, a new start.
That is,
I don't have
that
any
is
of those.
almost a finish.
Mhm.
So, along with Michelle is doing the journal finishing class, she also released a small pattern that was an optional thing you could stitch to also finish in your journal. And of course, I am too extra, and I had to do that as well.
Yeah.
And it's these cute flip-flops. They're almost done. They just need back stitching and outlining.
Mhm.
And I'm going to do that. The called fors were Threadworks, but I didn't have those. So I'm going to do the blue in this island blue gentle art.
Mhm.
And my sandals were done in this cottage garden Ezra. Ezra, yeah. There you go. Because it looks kind of like a
So
sunset.
good.
And I was
So
a
good.
little fussy with like where I started and stopped because I wanted to keep the ombre like all the way down.
Mhm.
I think I did a pretty good job.
Yeah, you did. It looks great.
Mhm. So that I'm gonna finish the blue on like this afternoon. The class is I think on Friday. Question mark?
Friday or Saturday?
So yeah, I have some time.
I feel like it's Saturday.
Yeah, I think my strawberry one is on Friday. Yeah. Maybe.
We'll just go when we're supposed to go, and it'll be fine.
Did you start anything else?
I did not start anything.
Okay, I can show my one whip.
Sure, and then
you
I've
can
got
show
quite a
your
few
other
whips to show.
So the other project that I brought with me that I'm really wanting to finish, that I worked on a little bit, is this Yalda to Nowruz sampler.
Beautiful.
You know her and you love her. If you're a longtime viewer of our channel, you've
Mhm.
seen my one and the progress I've made, and you've seen Megan's completed one. So I had started this band before I left. So I finished this band, brought the border a little bit more down. I kept trying to finish at least the next box before I finished the inside of the band. And then now the faces are done. And this is 10, so I have 11 and 12, so my boxes are pretty much done. I'm going to finish the outside border, these little doodads, before I complete the insides.
And your people need to be.
Oh yeah, I need to decide if I'm going to do the people as charted or if I'm going to do different people. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, there she goes.
Yeah.
And this is on 18 count Perfectly Pastel from Kayli at the Sewing Shop. And it is 3 different colors of Britten needle for the borders, and then the insides are all sulky. And then sometimes the border color is also inside. Just
Beautiful.
Just for some interest.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. I'm really hoping to finish it this weekend. I believe I can.
I have high hopes in
Yeah.
abilities.
Thank you.
You're not allowed to stitch on anything else until it's done.
Well, I have to do the blue and the thingies, and then the back stitching in those, and then
Yeah, so you've got to get this done
And we
so
have
that you can finish your
4
flip-flops.
Exactly. And we have 4 full days.
4 full days.
So, and I have 2 other things
Plus
that
this
I
afternoon
brought to work on.
after we go on an adventure.
But yeah, that's all my stitching
Okay.
from
I have a lot of whips,
2
mostly
weeks.
because I have them. I don't know. I just have a lot of whips.
Mhm.
I came by car. I had no
Yeah,
restrictions.
she can do whatever
I
she
can do
wants.
whatever I want.
I had to fly here.
First up is Shores of Pockround Hollow. I had to do 700 stitches for Monopoly because I got a 600 stitch call and I had Pasco. So I put in all of these rocks. I put in this little whale and then I started filling in the rocks for my 700 stitches. I would really like to get this square done in June because I have 4 left to do. I want to be done by the end of the year. This, I think, was the heaviest stitching. There's one with a lot of water as well, but this is way more futzy. And then it's full coverage from the house down because there's water as well that'll go in there. So I calculated it was like almost 4,000 stitches just for that bottom part.
Oh boy.
So I've done 700, and then
You're well on your way.
We'll see where we end up. I don't know if I'll work on this weekend or not. I have some other things to work on. I also put a couple more colors into my Do Justice. Do Justice?
I don't know.
Now I can't remember what it's called. This is a
The Patreon.
It's a Patreon chart from Michelle. It's a Quaker. But I have a lot of threads stashed up, like all my ends from the Hobbit sampler I haven't put in here yet. So I've got a lot to put in here. So that might be a good one to work on at the retreat. Just start and finish little bits of threads. Or we won't. And I've got also on here still my Odd World. And that's the one that I'm going to put on my new Michelle journal. I also brought my Extraordinary Birds, which I have put in a lot of just ground coverage. I have not added any more birds. I'm very behind. I don't care. It will get worked on as it gets worked on, but it's looking really beautiful. I love it. I love my fabric choice. The fabric is a Fortnite fabric, so you can't get it anymore, and then just using the DMCs. This is Lola Crow, for those who do not know, her annual stitch along.
It's really good.
It's really good. There's lots and lots of birds.
Quite a few people are caught up on the
Yes,
sale.
yes.
So
If
if
you
you want
look
to
on the
see,
Instagram.
if you want to search Extraordinary Birds,
People whose lives are
you
not
will
as
see
hectic
so
as mine.
many more.
And then on another Monopoly call since we last saw you, I had my Trans Pride unicorn again, who had a birthday. She's 3 now, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, I think 3.
It looks so good.
But so I got the outline of the unicorn done, and I am very happy with like how the color has landed in her head and across her body. That I am not going to stitch her in. I will stitch in all of her hair, and there's like some color on her hooves where they're a little fluffier, and I will fill in the flowers, but I'm not going to put in all the white or diamant or whatever you want to use in her body. I like how the color of Jessie. This is a Mislaid Fabrics. Jessie and Mislaid Fabrics fabric. It's coming out.
Mislaid Pages.
Pages, yes. Yeah, there she is. So
Love
this I hope to spend time with during the retreat because it's all fill in now. It's all coloring. So I think I will do the plants first so that she is my reward. Because if I do her, then I might talk myself into leaving the plants just out loud. I also had, I don't even remember how many stitches, but a Monopoly call for my Dinosaur Forest sampler or whatever it's called. I think Owl Forest has it named differently in different places. But Dinosaur Forest, and I worked on the top border for what I did, but it's looking really good. Yeah. That's better light. Yeah. So that was just a small one. The only reason this is here to show you is because I pre-rolled for Monopoly, and so if I have multiple turns, it's in the queue. So. Yeah. And then the only other thing on my pile is not something I have worked on, but it is what is up next in Monopoly, because I just started a new turn is my autumn strolls from Lindy Stitches. Oh, okay, sorry, the computer did a thing. I got confused. Megan fixed it. So I will work on that. I got to put in 200 stitches, so I might just start the next border and see how far that gets me for 200 stitches. That's all the stitching stuff, or stitch stuff. The other stuff is also stitching stuff, but it's not things I have worked on. So
Anything to show?
I've got a bunch
There's
of
a couple
stuff.
of things my friend
You
Meghan
wanna-
brought me.
Yeah.
So, for example, Oddworld, which she finished, it is now mine.
Mm-hmm.
So I might do it as a tail-end project as well.
It worked really well for that.
Yeah. And then she also is giving me or lending me Blackbird Designs Blackbird, which is one of the Beatles, what are they called? Magical Mystery Tour series.
Mm-hmm.
Have I finished any of the other ones that I have? No.
Doesn't mean you don't need that one.
Exactly. And then also, you may recall there was a, what was it called? Ice and snow?
Ice dye box.
Ice dye box.
Yeah.
That Kayli at the sewing shop did. That came with a pattern from Light at the Moon Studios.
Our friend Allie,
We
who is in love.
Drifting Dream. And so then Meghan finished it and had leftover fabric and has graciously given it to me.
Yeah.
To do.
Pass it forward.
Yes. So I will do that as well. And then I also bought some random DMCs when I was at Michael's the other day, but that's not as exciting.
So I have some things that Megan has brought me from Stitch North because I did not go. So I will share the things. I have from Jackie, Fergus and Walter, sticker and floss drops. So thank you, Jackie. I very luckily got some of the floss drops that our friend Julie, Kansas City girl and a Colorado World, made from Hemlock and Rye, which is her cross-stitch design house. A Star Wars Millennium Falcon sticker, which I'm trying to decide if it's vinyl or not. I don't think I want to risk it on a water bottle. And you probably saw these. Well, you saw Megan's, but
Yeah, I have
these were all the rage for the people who managed to get them at Stitch North. But Megan got me one of Julie's Star Wars stitch or needle holders. It's a little Darth Vader. He's so cute. And a wren.
And she used Star Wars Valentine's as the holder, which I think is really cute.
So good. And then from Anna and Nati, this is a Silken Colors, and it's Rusty Amber. This is for my chatelaine because I had, for some reason, I don't know, bought Petite Pearl of the cinnamon that's supposed to be in there. And then they were at Acorns and Threads, and I asked them to look for cinnamon. They did not have cinnamon at Acorns and Threads in just the stranded silk. They had it in something else, so they were able to use it and get a close match with another silk. So now I have all the flosses that I need to complete my chatelaine. So maybe I should spend some time with it. Not this weekend. I left that at home. I also have, I'm not going to take them out, but from Jean and Nat, so pediatric cross stitcher,
Pediatric
stitcher,
and
Jean and
Stitch
Stitch Knit Nat. Yeah, they made these counting pins to give out at Stitch North this year, so I've got a set of those, which are beautiful. And then I'm not going to take them all out of the bag, but also some bag pulls, one from Kayli's kiddo, two from Amy, and then it's backwards, but a bag pull that Megan bought for me, and it's a Van Gogh-esque sunflower thing. So I like a Van Gogh. And a paper or container. Where were these from?
So we made these at my guild.
Okay.
So
Okay.
one of the ladies at my guild
So you made this.
So
Okay.
it's like origami, but it's the kind where you cut and glue, not just fold. It's a type of origami, but she basically had all the papers for us. And so I made 2 that were like sort of matching. So I gave Megan one, and I have one.
We're twins.
Mm-hmm.
And then my dearest friend Amy, you know her, you love her, you watch our Flosstube like mad when she's on, sent a little care package via Meghan to me. Came with this pen that says unclench your jaw.
It's good advice.
Yeah, it's like she knew I needed it. And a couple pins, this beautiful rainbow Solazzo one,
So
which
cute.
is freaking adorable. And, drum roll please, this cowfish. Cowpoke fish with a little hat and
so
boots.
cute.
It's so cute. Oh, I love it so much. A card.
Oh, no, it's fingers.
It could be worse.
Well,
This will go on the wall of my desk with all my other motivational items. Some stickers. Another Kraken.
I love that. We love the crack.
Yeah. This beautiful cat. It says Frodo cat, which I didn't even like. I just thought it was a cute cat, but it is. It's
I didn't even
totally
realize either.
Frodo.
It's
Oh my
totally
god,
Frodo.
Amy. I love it. And this one. Later, losers. So good. So good. And these are magnets. I'm going to be very careful because they're popping out a little bit. But this cute little cat to dress up.
Oh, and you put it on your fridge.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. So take those home very carefully. Thank you, Amy. I love it all. I haven't even messaged her to say thank you. I'll do that before we post this.
You made a video.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. And then my friend Megan got for me from Stitch North the Freak for the Beak Roxy Floss conversion, which we are starting at some point in the next
After
5
I finish
days.
Yalda, we're starting it.
I'm going to be using my Shattered Plains from Anna. Does Anna have a company name? She must have a company name. I'm
Oh, it's
terrible.
Anna's Books and Stitches, but what's her?
Yeah. From
I
Anna.
don't know.
The link below. But that's what I'm going to put my Freak for the Beak on. Yeah, it's going to be beautiful and perfect.
12.
Fabric has been waiting for months to be put on that. And the timing is nigh.
Patiently waiting.
And Megan got me this Kayli bag.
It actually matches that perfect.
It matches my pattern perfectly.
It does.
So, in it goes.
Megan loves little bags.
And then Kayli also gave me a little care package with a very nice card in it because I wasn't at Stitch North. First, these kits, which are they designed by her?
No.
Thread the Needle design.
Yeah, it's a different designer. It's like
But this is called Kayli 01. But it's these beautiful, like, geometric patterns.
She was selling these at Stitch North.
Yeah. So with the DMC and the fabric to go with it. So there's 2 kits. So thank you so much, Kayli. They're really pretty. Beautiful Kayli fabric. Even has needle. So it's
Everything you need.
Everything you need to start going. I'm also the lucky recipient of the full 1990 through 1995 floss set, which I know lots of people were showing after Stitch North. But look at those colors. To me, this is screaming either a modern folk embroidery or a Miriam pattern to use all of the colors with. So they're brighter than they're showing on screen.
Yeah, they're like fluorescent pastels.
And a beautiful piece of fabric, Ribena.
Oh, Ribena.
Ribena.
Like the drink.
Okay. I don't know what that is.
It's a British thing.
Okay.
It's
Wow.
blackcurrant.
Oh, well, hence the purple.
Yeah.
Beautiful. 28 count linen.
Love that.
Yeah.
Oh, is that
so
your
nice.
new? That's what you're getting as your of the month.
No, this came in the stuff that you brought me.
I thought that was your of the month thing. No, she just gave you random stuff.
And this beautiful Star Wars bag. It's so good at R2.
I love the design of the stained glass.
The little Millennium Falcon. Perfect. Thank you, Kayli. And then Megan showed these, I think, just in our last Flosstube.
Or the one before.
Or the one before. Yeah. But now they're with me.
It was like March.
So these are two hand-dyed by Rolando's that Megan got at the Peel Stitch-In. Yeah. So Margarita, which is not going to show true to color, but it is. Yeah. It is bright. And then this one does not have a name, but I saw it in. Megan just sent me pictures, and I said that's the color I need. Mm-hmm. So beautiful, 40 count linens for linen shenanigans.
40 count linen.
They're good. They're good. And then speaking of Rolanda, I did bring with me, because again, my May and my June, or it might be April, May, I don't know. I don't pay that much attention to when they turn up. But my Floss of the Month clubs around Rolanda. This was the earlier one, and then this is the one that just turned up, like within the last week. Yeah, it's good, right? Yeah, so. I keep telling myself, oh, maybe I'll stop. And then I just don't.
She sounds amazing.
Then this is Kayli again.
Oh, this is
my fabric of the month.
Oh my god.
From last time. This is called Yellow Jacket, and it's fucking amazing. Again, that yellow is brighter than you are seeing.
Yeah, it's like bright,
maybe a little bit brighter on this side, but yeah, it's gorgeous. I love it.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, so. And I'm getting 40 count linen this year, because I have backlog of Adas, so beautiful. And my bag of the month, my mini bag of the month, rubber duckies with a little chick friend. It's so cute. Love it. Right. That's everything in our piles. Mm-hmm. And now we need to put our stuff away.
Yeah.
Because then we get to go to the airport and pick up our friend Michelle and Yay!
And then we're going on adventures, and then we're picking up Kim.
Now we're gonna, funnily enough, go to a cross-stitch store and see what we can get up to. Yeah.
Well, you were on a mission because you need to get something to finish your thing.
Yes,
so
I want some
shopping.
Cute trim, right, to finish the Hobbit.
Yeah. So, we honestly don't really have a choice.
Yeah, we have to go. We have to. And then we will see you again before you see this.
Yeah, we'll be in a different hotel room.
Yeah.
Next time you see
or somewhere else. Who knows? Maybe we'll film in the middle of the mall.
Oh, yeah, we could do that. On the pirate ship.
Yeah. We're not doing anything weird. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we have a permit. It's fine.
It's fine. Yeah. And we're going to have lots of fun between now and then.
And hopefully there'll be a lot more stitching.
Yeah, more stitching.
I did bring more things to start.
I don't know.
Less haul. Maybe less haul from her, more haul from me, if anything.
We'll see.
I actually don't know.
I might be a little unhinged.
What vendors are going to be there. I did not do research, so.
There's some bag makers. There's some, I don't know.
Okay.
Your generic things. I think the Rocky Mountain Miners.
Oh, the needle miner, yeah.
I'd be surprised if she wasn't
needed
because we're so close.
So, yeah. I need to start giving them away. Okay. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye. Hello and welcome back to this episode of The Long Distance Stitchers. I'm Megan.
I am also still Megan.
We are now not in a hotel room. Things happen. The retreat ended and we were just like exhausted. So
yeah, I felt a little cruddy. I had to drive. I don't know where we would have squished it in, honestly.
It would have been a really tight. And we would have missed out on like saying goodbye to everyone. We would have missed out on the prizes, which I want a prize.
People won big. I did not win a prize, but yet I have a prize to show you.
You took a prize home, that's for sure. So Stitch and Chat Retreat was amazing. I had a fantastic time. I really want to go back next year. It's a little further for me. I think Megan is for sure going to go back, so
feeling pretty confident about it. Just hop in the car and go.
We'll see. I don't know. There's a lot happening in May, so it might just be too busy for 2 big trips, but who knows? I don't have to go for 2 weeks again. That
You
was
should
a lot.
stay out here for 2 months.
I'll
You
just
can
stay.
come to my house in between.
Yeah. I mean, I can work remotely
Yeah.
from
I
Vancouver.
can set you up a desk. You
Yeah,
can
exactly.
work. It's fine.
All right. Anyway, so we had a really good time.
We did.
This is also going to be our sort of June wrap up because I didn't have all my stuff from June. Um,
I only had one other project that I didn't have with me. I mean, I haven't been stitching a lot, so I probably did more stitching on the weekend than I had for the rest of June. And I honestly didn't feel like I stitched very much. So
yeah, I didn't really stitch very much since I've been back. I stitched a little bit yesterday and today, and that was it.
yeah,
And I went out like every night after work last week. So
I came back and then didn't stitch anymore.
Mhm.
So
I feel that. But anyway, should we start with our finishes?
yeah,
From
I was just realizing that I didn't get a picture of one of my FFOs. I have two FFOs. Those are my finishes. But it's fine. You show yours and I will do the business while you do that.
I think you can get a picture of the
I'm
one.
just gonna show from Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the things I started before I left, which you guys saw, was my strawberry. So I did finish the stitching on it before the retreat, and then I sewed ironed the interfacing on the back, which was what you guys saw when we were in the hotel room in Edmonton. And this is the finished project. So we had our class Saturday. Anyway, so I showed up with my stuffing and my finishing stuff and everything, and I realized that I didn't print out or really have an idea of what the template needed to be for for cutting the size. But there was two other people next to me that also stitched the exact same project, and also our instructor was using this project as her like example. So I was like, okay, great. So I borrowed one of the templates. I lined it up a little bit wonky, but like it's totally fine. It's just like a little
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. It's just like a little bit close in the
Yeah.
back, but it's fine. And then yeah, so we sewed them together. We hand sewed them together. And then we stuffed them up. So I used a little bit of the she uses our instructor Susie, so she uses like BB pellets, like from like a BB gun, just to like give it like some weight, and then she uses walnut shells. So I used some BB pellets, some walnut shells, and then my actual stuffing that I brought, like my polyfill. And then you like cinch up the top before you start stuffing it so that when it's done, you just like pull it tight. And yeah, it's actually super easy. Like I feel pretty confident I'll be able to do this again. And then she showed us how to make the bows with the ribbons. So I did that. I had purchased two different kinds of ribbons at Michael's, strawberry ribbon and a green ribbon. And then I have this lace trim that Megan dyed for me. And then I also found these buttons when I was at my grandmother's house
Yeah, it's just so
that I
perfect.
thought
Yeah.
were perfect. And I also made sort of like a little leaf out of felt and I sewed everything on. Our instructor was like, don't sew it, just glue it. But like I had the needle and thread in my hands and I was like, I'll just stitch it all together. And I don't know, works pretty well, I think. So yeah, here's my finished strawberry. I'm very proud of it.
I love it so
Lives
much.
on my bookshelf.
As it should.
And I had two more fully finishes at the retreat. So Megan and I both took a journal class and we made our own journals. We sewed these journals with our bare hands. Michelle Bendy walked us through it. She's a very good teacher. You should definitely take her class if you ever get an opportunity. So one of the things that I wanted to finish was my flip-flops. And all I needed to do was the blue sort of back stitching on this one. And then I finished that and put it in the journal. Just like used, I bought these little flip-flop stickers we bought some other stuff at Michael's and at the dollar store. There was stuff that other people brought. Lisa brought a bunch of stickers. I think these stickers were from her, this one. And then I also had finished my Autumn Acorns, which is another bendy stitchy design that I had started like 2 years ago, I think, when it came out. I started it in 2023 and finally finished it on basically on my way to the retreat. And I think I showed it to you guys before. So yeah, so that was my finish. There's another sticker from that one too. And then this paper we got this when we got our clay things and in Edmonton. And then I bought this washi tape from Michael's in Spruce Grove. And then I decorated some other pages for future finishing that I might do.
Fantastic.
And then we also got a little like library card thing for them. Well, you can put it wherever you want. I put it in my bag because it's a library book. And I was gonna like write the different projects, and as I finished them, I was gonna fill that out. I haven't started doing that yet, but
that all your things?
yeah, those are all my finishes because two
Nice.
of them are in there.
I had shown you in the part that you've already seen. So you've already seen this, but I'm just gonna share my screen. I found the most perfect tiny pom-poms in the most appropriate color of green at Mr. Frame in Edmonton, and you'll hear more about Mr. Frame. And so I was able to FFO the Hobbit sampler. And I found this beautiful ceramic leaf that I gave to Michelle with it. And this is Michelle's post of
It looks so good with Gandalf.
Gandalf is her own contribution, but it's perfect.
It's so perfect.
Oh, I love it so much. And I am really tempted to do it for myself. But it was a lot of color changes.
Yeah.
I might just put the tiny smog on my tiny spot sampler.
Oh, that would be cute.
He's so cute. He turns out so well. You're like, what are all these colors going to become? Oh, it's a full ass dragon and it looks like a dragon. Yeah. And then my other FFO is in my journal. I put in my Odd World from Michelle, and I made her write me a note like we're in high school, but I won't let you read that because it's private and for me. But it looks so good in there.
It looks really good.
And then I also I went a little ham on decorating pages. But you know what? It feels way less pressure to just slap a bunch of stuff on pages rather than trying to match what I'm doing to the cross stitch I have. So now I've got all these prepared pages that I can go in and add more to.
Yeah. So
the best thing is,
kind of decorate around it.
Doesn't quite match. I can just slap stuff over it. Right?
Exactly.
But it's just ready to go. You know, for all that.
You put some extra pages in yours, right? I put one.
I did put extra pages, so it's a little bit bigger than what Michelle had us do. I made a little pocket for this card. This is oceany.
I really like that page. I think that'll be cute.
And then I just used like little bits of rip paper that I had left and put them all on one page. This is an envelope that I found. And so I put a card in there. But it says, don't let it get you down. It will be over with soon. And it feels very appropriate. This is the page where I'm going to put my beach flop Assisi. Meghan let me take 2 of her little beach stickers, flop stickers. And then I put this little baggie at the back because...
Oh, that's cute. Oh. And then you can put like little bits, charms or whatever.
Well, I didn't realize when I glued it down, the pull string is also glued down. I might see if I can release it a bit so that it could actually be cinched. But even if not, it's still a good little bag. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It is not the first book I ever made. I showed up with my own book making kit, and my table mate benefited from me knowing what to do. So I was able to. I was Michelle's TA.
Yeah.
Help the people around me, and then Michelle could help everybody else. So thanks for the class, Michelle. Love it. I don't know where I'm putting stuff today. Here it is.
Well,
Those are my SFOs. So
I did not stitch this, by the way. This was given to us at the retreat. These are our name tags that they
you'll
gave
see
us.
mine later.
It had a little pin on the back that I just sort of gently took off. And yeah, there's a whole bunch of them that they made.
Yeah, you'll see mine later. Mine will go into my book as well. I just haven't glued it in there yet. So do that. It will go inside though, not on the front, because I put those jewels on the front. Now there is a space for it. I wasn't thinking ahead.
No, I mean, I didn't really think that ahead either. I just was like, oh, I want to do something with this. And then I was like, the front's kind of boring. I should
lap it on there. Yeah.
Matches it perfectly.
So since you're not starting anything this year, I guess you don't have anything to show us for starts.
I have some starts. I did.
Who are you?
I know. I did start one thing at Stitch North, my scorpion. And then that sort of just like opened the floodgates of starts. But also my friends just keep releasing like amazing patterns. And I'm like, am I supposed to not stitch this? Like, I don't.
Rude.
So it's their fault more than my fault, I think. If I can even find, what is it called? There we go. So my friend and yours, Miriam of Murky Designs, released a pattern at the end of May in advance of Pride. And it's called Against the World. And it looks like this.
So good.
Typical Marumi, lots of borders, very beautiful. And we were all kind of chatting about it, and I just was suddenly inspired because I knew that I had this amazing floss from Hand Dyed by Rolanda, which is very rainbow pride. And I also had this amazing rainbow fabric from Kayli at the sewing shop. And so I was like, yeah, I think I just have to do these together. Anyway. I just did a tiny little start. I did one little line of the top, and I didn't even finish my strand.
It looks great.
But I really wanted to start it. And I also had to put my little rainbow snail on.
That's perfect. Stitched by Japs.
And I had recently gotten another deluxe thread bed from Shiba. So Melissa, Shiba Designs, which matches my bag as well. It's very colorful. It is a very colorful project.
I technically also started that, but I mucked it up right away. So I need to do it.
Oh yeah, you're gonna restart.
You won't be seeing it. When will I restart it? I don't know. I still also haven't restarted my 7th wave on my new fabric. So
yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna work on this again.
I don't know.
I need to get back on track with my finishing, but I really wanted to start it. And when I thought of the rainbow on rainbow, I was just like, oh, it's too perfect. I have to do it. And then our other friend, Meg of the Witchy Stitcher, released this pattern on her Patreon page. And I saw it and I was like, it's so good. Like, it reminds me of Crimson Peak, which is one of my favorite movies. And I'm just like, I really want to stitch that. I'm like, I have no business starting any more projects, but I really want to stitch it. And then our other friend Kayli, the sewing shop, also released a shop update like that week. And one of the things that was on her update was this fabric called Murky, which I was like, oh, that would look so good with the crows and everything. Like, it just looks so cool. But I was like, no, it's okay. I don't really need to start anything new. I'll just wait. But then I went on her website and then I ordered like a bunch of other stuff. And then and then she messaged me and she was like, oh, thanks for the order, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, are you still doing kits? because I kind of want to start this, but I don't really want to get all the like. I mean, it's all DMC, but there's like maybe 15 colors, and I was like, you know, whatever. I'll just get her to do it for me. So yeah, so she made me this kit. So this is based on murky, but she dyed a few more pieces with like more dye, so it would just be like a little bit darker. And I believe the words I used were grungier, like just like a little bit more. So, and then I started with
Looks
the
so
little
good.
moon and the bat. It looks amazing. I love, so this is like the blue up here I figured was like the sky, and then it's sort of like lighter. And then she also sent me a bag to go with it, which is
Of
just
course she did. Lovely.
very perfect. And of course, I got all the floss organized
One of
on a
her great
card, which
cards.
is this is what I really wanted was like to not have to wrangle a bunch of DMC to just have it all in one place for me. So she really is an enabler. And she even printed me off a cover page. Put that in, which I guess I could have used instead of my iPad. I forgot I had that. So yeah, again, when will I work on this more? Who knows? I really
When
like
the
it,
mood strikes you.
but again, I'm really trying to finish more things. But then we went to Edmonton and we went to Mr. Frame, and I was like, oh, I'll just pick up a few things just like for stash. And I saw this autumn folk bird from Yasmin Made with Love. Yeah, Yasmin's Made with Love. Which I thought was really cool. And I don't remember seeing this before. And I wanted to kit it up there. So I got all mostly color and cotton, which they had a lot of. And then I think there's one um, gentle art. So I got all these colors.
Beautiful.
And and then I bought one piece of fabric. I wanted sort of just like a normal, neutral. And I asked if they could cut it for me, and she was like, "No, we pretty much cut those like as small as we're gonna cut them." So I have quite a bit, which is fine. It's a really great fabric. This is a 16 count. I think it's called Affogato, something like that. Yeah, Affogato from Fiber on a Whim. And I cut a little corner off for another project that you'll see in a second here. And yeah, I stitched one line, and then I was like, okay, I need to finish my flip flops or something or whatever I was doing. But I did want to at least start it since I had all this stuff. And then I had to buy a new project bag to put it in. So I got this one with the aviators.
Perfect.
Yeah. So. And that was at the retreat. And then I think my next start, I have my llama first. I was gonna say you also started the next thing, but that's something else. So also at the retreat was Tiny Modernist, Cheryl, and she released this llama strawberry farm. Llama
So
berry farm.
cute.
And I really liked that little llama. And I was like, I bet I have the exact right floss that I'll need to stitch that because I had finished um my strawberry. So I was like, I have berry colors, I have green. I'm sure I can find something else. I actually ended up doing the basket in purple, which is the purple that I had for my autumn acorns. And I worked on this a little bit at the retreat. I started it, and then I worked on it on the plane ride home, which was actually perfect because it was so small
Mm-hmm.
and easy to work on. So the berries are pretty much done. The basket is started. I'm gonna skip the last line just because it's a little like it would take me like right to the end here, and I didn't feel like doing that. Um, and it's big
Oh,
enough
good.
to hold berries. And then I'll have to do the little llama face, and then I'm gonna finish it in my journal I already
Perfect.
designed a page for it. All right, and now my next start. You also started.
I did. We did it together.
So this is Freak for the Bee, and this is designed by Amity
Are you
of
putting it up?
Boomerang Stitches. It's gonna look like that. At Stitch North, because Evertoad is carrying her, um, whatchamacallit, patterns. Oh, it's in.
I'm sure I showed them my floss already.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm
Yeah, so
sure.
Evertoad is carrying Amity's patterns, so they also made floss packs for her. And
Floss.
I started mine on, well, it's not showing here at all.
You're also the wrong way. I think you're showing us the back
Oh
too.
yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot that I had it in there. This is on Throwback 90s from Kayli at the sewing shop. This is 20 count. It looks yellow here, but it's not yellow. It's bright
Okay.
green.
I'm sticking mine on 40 count, so they'll be the same size. Shattered Plains from Anna's Books and Stitches. I love it so much. I also, so I can't remember if in the other thing we talked about the fact that this blue is really light for the pattern.
Yeah.
I pulled the called for and I went through my Rolandas, and so I'm going to be using this instead.
Oh, that's perfect.
And it'll go like it fits the mood way
Yeah.
better.
Oh, totally.
So, and then I've got a whole skein of Atlantic to use for something else.
Yeah, it's a great color. It's just
Tiniest start on that little
like a
bird.
light blue rather than like a turquoise.
Yeah. So
Right.
I also started two other things whilst at the retreat. One is the canoeing Santa, which is a little prairie schooler. I think these were free, but part of the Santa rides.
Mm.
Um, I have coveted him for a while, and I messaged Michelle and said, "Hey, if you know where it is, can I borrow it?" And she said, "Sure." And she brought it with her. And so it's at my house now. And I got a significant portion of the canoe done, which is like a big bulk of the stitches on this thing. So, and this is a 40 count, just a natural linen from Zweigart,
Hmm.
that I've done my one other Santa rides on, but I'll do the other ones I intend to do on that too. But it's so cute. And like this is 40 count and it's still
It's
big. If
still
you
pretty
did it
big.
on a
Yeah,
14 count, he would be hefty.
yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just using the call for DMCs. I am using. And then my other start is going to be a gift, but I'm stitching Bless This Mess from Uncommon Needlecraft on Etsy. I'm taking the alphabet out, so I'm doing the border, and then I'm gonna bring up the rest of it. Um, that's the pattern, but I'm doing it tone on tone green with yellow. So this green is malachite from Fiber on a Whim, which I got from Mr. Frame. Um, and then the colors are two dinky dyes. So evergreen and lost gold are the dinky dyes.
Yeah, it
It's
looks
gonna look
perfect.
so good. I will probably not be done for when I wanted to be done, but we'll see. We'll see. I did not stitch nearly as much yesterday as I intended to. I got distracted. I asked for help. Nobody helped me.
I was out.
It's
I'm still
fine. It's fine. Um, that's my starts. That's it.
all right.
What else have you worked on?
I worked a lot on my Yalda to No Ruse,
Mhm.
which you guys saw before we went to the retreat. And I did finish the border.
So good. You're so close.
I'm so close. I really just have these last two bands to do, um, which they'll be quick. Well, one of them is going to be two different bands again squished together, which I already have like sketched out what I need to do. And then the last one is going to be a lot of back stitching. But yeah. Oh my god, and it'll be done. And then I don't know if I'll try to get this framed or do something with it. It's definitely. Oh yeah, and I need to fill these in too.
Yeah.
Forgetting.
And then are you going to put anything in the little spaces on the sides of the border?
No, I thought about it, but like
Mine says
like
2024 on it.
Oh, okay. I guess I could do 2025. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
Oh.
But yeah, I worked on that quite a bit. And then I also brought with me to work on, but didn't really touch until the last day, my Pirate Quaker. So it looks like this. And I had basically up to here all done, except I don't have the compass in that block yet. But I started with this all stuck together. I started with this again backwards. This white and gold one. So it's actually upside down.
No, no.
But I was like, yeah, it is right side up, but I was like stitching on it upside down.
Okay.
It's like that. But yeah. Because it was way easier to do. I just like flipped the whole thing over.
Yeah.
And then I just have to do the wings and a little bit more up there. And then I could start the black one over here and then do the compass. And that's it.
You're basically done.
I'm basically done. I have very little left.
I saved the wrap for last when I stitched.
Yeah, I did not.
He's so cute.
I guess I'll be saving the compass for last.
Yeah.
So that was the other thing. That was the only other thing that I worked on.
That's it. Okay.
I finished everything else.
That's great.
That I brought with me, basically. And I didn't really work on anything else before I left, aside from my two random starts. So yeah. But would really like to finish this like this week, which I think is possible, and then get back to my Yelda, and then I have to start get cracking on my July finishes because it will be July.
Yeah,
in like 2 days.
that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
So I worked on way back at the start of May for its birthday, Cat Quest. And I finished off green that I had started and I filled in all the yellow here. I'm toying with the idea of skipping the middle part and moving the cats up. Because the cats really are the star of the show.
Yeah.
If I hadn't done that quilt patch already, I'd probably just do the cats at this point. But the quilt patch is already there, so I'm going to play around with what it might look like. But this is on manuscript, which was hand dyed by LG Ross, with floss hand dyed by LG Ross, and the pattern is Uncanny Kari and D's 20 Stitches. I was trying to make their name into one name. This is from the 2024 Spring Fling. As you may have noticed, spring came and went without a fling this year. I think folks are busy, and it's just also a hard time, right? Like the world is imploding. And I can't even say imploding, because imploding implies that maybe like it's not on purpose.
It's
very much being structurally exploded. So, I mean, all that to say is that thinking of Dee and Kari Lutz and hoping they are doing well. If this goes up in time, I'm not quite sure when Amnesty ends, but Dee was selling Stitch for Pride this weekend. So if you hadn't gotten in for that previously, this was your weekend to get it.
So. He's just doing the 2024 ones, right? Not the 2020.
I haven't actually looked that closely.
Oh, I think it's just 2024.
2024? 2024.
Yeah, when I saw the grid, I think it was just 2024.
Still,
Which makes sense because 2025 hasn't even fully come out yet. So,
if you didn't have it, now's the time to get it. I believe I mentioned this in the part you've already watched, but I worked on autumn strolls after we filmed. I put in my 200, I think it was 200 stitches. It definitely wasn't a 500, but I just took that green across the top for that border and almost down the side. I have two more little green bits to do on the side, and then that green is done in the border. Yeah. Monopoly stitching makes you touch the things you haven't otherwise touched, trying to get them done. I do like those birds. I do like the color of the fabric, which is, it's a picture of this plus, I can't think of the name, coastal maybe.
oh yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. And it's a mixed for both called for and uncalled for flosses based on what I had when I started. I also, on Juneteenth, I had a Monopoly roll that allowed me to work on whatever I wanted. So because it was Juneteenth, and so it was my Freedom Motif Sampler's birthday stitching day as well, I chose to work on Freedom Motif Sampler, and I had to do 600 stitches. So I put 600 stitches in on this, mostly in the water. So I had some of the dark brown already going, so I finished that off. And then I have been working in the water, and it's two different colors of blue. It stands out more in person, the difference between the two. I'm a little about how it's standing out. I also wish I had paid more attention and done it more up and down, but it's going to go sideways and then down, I guess. And
oh yeah, okay.
It looks good though. It looks beautiful. I also thought it would be bigger. I keep going, why isn't it bigger? But it's the right size. I didn't miscount. I just thought it would be bigger. This is a 18 count, I think.
Oh, okay. Mine's on a 20
count Hazelwood from Fiber on a Whim.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It is. I really like those colors.
One of the blue is a hand dyed by Rolanda, and the other one is Mrs. Seda Silk that I got from my friend of yours, Amy. That was what she did her pandemic, and she had little bits to give out to friends of the leftover ones. Yeah, it's beautiful. Definitely one I want to spend more time with. On my new Monopoly board that starts on the 1st, I decided not to put my year of whips on there. So I'll have one board that's all year whips, and one board that is other projects that I would like to work on. So I think that's a good balance. It does mean I'll probably slow down on some of my Europe stuff, but I feel like I've slowed down anyways. And if I finish enough, I finish enough. And if I don't, I don't.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Even though I knew this was going to be a hectic year, I did not know how hectic. Plum seed samplers, Babushka's blossoms. I know I have said at least once, if not twice. Oh, by the next time you see it, it'll be done.
It's so close.
I haven't been stitching, and that's a chunky pumpkin.
It is a chunky pumpkin.
It's so close, but still hundreds of stitches.
Closer than it's ever been.
Closer than it's ever been. So I've got this little zoop, and then in the middle. I'm stitching up and down, which it takes a little bit longer. And you would think that it shouldn't, but just for whatever reason it does. I'm just a little bit slower on it, but it is very close. The up and down is worth it, right? That's why I'm a little disappointed myself for not thinking through on the Freedom Motif Sampler, but I'll see what I can do. Yeah, again, a mix of called for and uncalled for flosses on this one. And I will be very happy when it's done. Very happy. So close.
So close.
Yeah, so far away. Like that's probably pretty much a whole day of weekend stitching worth left to do. And it's hard to say, yeah, I'll spend my whole weekend stitching on that pumpkin, but I should just strand a day it until it's done. even
Yeah.
though sometimes that's all I get in a day. Then it'd be done.
Mhm.
And then I just put in a few stitches so far, but my next Monopoly call is Ink Circles Half the Fun. I just have to do 200 stitches. I haven't even counted what I've done yet. I've just done this little train butt here.
Mhm.
I feel like the train itself is probably fully 200 stitches, so I'll just sort of keep plunking away at it. But this is 1/1 on a 32 count relic, I think it is, from Picture This Plus. The floss is a hand dyed by Rolanda, variegated, and it's beautiful, and I love it. And yeah,
I like the color. It's nice.
yeah,
It'll
and
look so good
some
on.
more 500 stitch rolls on it because you get a lot done with 500 stitches on this relative to the pattern.
Mhm.
And I think this morning I volunteered to be in another Ink Circles round robin. I got to figure that out. You'll see the
Yes.
pattern.
So did I.
In my haul, you'll see the pattern. So, oh, do you put your hand up for that one too?
I messaged, well, I don't think, because I was on YouTube, so I don't think Trina saw me say that I'm interested, but I'm gonna see her at Peel Stitchin'. So
Okay.
we'll chat.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome.
I would like to do it with people that I know. So this, yeah, this
The
would,
better
and
experience.
she's in Ontario. So like shipping wise, much easier. We could
Yeah.
just meet up.
So, did you buy anything since we last filmed?
Really,
Like,
couple bits and bobs here and there. Nothing really too crazy. I did get a gift, which well, so my friend she brought this to one of my guild stitch days, and I was like, oh my God, those puffins are so cute, blah blah blah. And she was like, you can have it, and I was like, well, I don't need it, but yeah, I might stitch it. It comes with everything because it was like from the magazine, so it comes with even like the little like bookmark, bookmark holder thingy and all the floss. I'm thinking I might just do it on not white, however, and just like stitch the rock and the puffin, and then let the blue fabric be the background. But we'll see. When, who knows?
do you have the pattern too, or do you have
Yeah,
access?
yeah, the pattern's in here.
Okay, she took it out of the
Like
magazine.
it comes with, yeah, everything and the floss.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's a cute little kit because it was like the gift from the magazine or whatever. I think. Which one? The World of Cross Stitching.
One of the British ones. They're the ones that do those fun
Yeah, the British.
inclusions.
This is, yeah, thing that thing. And then when I ordered my kit from Kayli, I had also ordered some other stuff from her. And she was doing a little like, was it her birthday weekend, I believe,
Yeah,
sale?
she gave us a sale for her birthday.
And I ordered before the sale went live, and I didn't even know there was going to be a sale. And then she messaged me and she was like, "Oh, don't worry, like I'll put the sale goodies in your bag too." And I was like, "I didn't even okay. Okay." So, I got this zebra bag.
Oh, it's so good.
This was one of my gifts, which I like. It's a very big bag. This is the one that I actually bought. That I
Oh,
went.
that's also good.
This is what brought me to the website in the first place. Was I was like, "Oh, I think I need that bag." And it has like this plaid fabric on the side, which is just amazing. And then I bought some of my favorite fabric again because I've used most of it now. So I bought another piece of Neptune's Depth, which is what I put my ink circles on the first one that I did. This one is a lot more like of a dark kind of swirly blue. And I think I got 16 count again. Yeah, I think so. And I also bought a piece of Perfectly Pastel, which is what my Yalda China Rouge is on. And this one is a little bit more green. And this is the 18. This is a 16 count to it. My other one was 18. And then I bought this one, which I've had my eye on for a while. So this is Gaia, which is just like a really nice green. So I got just like a little strip of that. And then as my like bonus fabric, she gave me another piece of Nothing Rhymes with Orange.
Like she knows you.
So I think I have 4 pieces of this now in varying color looks and also sizes and counts. So this one is a lot darker. This one has a lot more black almost.
You could do a whole year of starts just on that fabric alone.
Like actually. And I probably will have to in order to use it all. And I think I got 16 count. Yeah, so this is 16 count. So I think I have 18, 16, 20, and like maybe another 16. I don't know. But yeah, so that was my Kayli haul that I have to now organize and put away. And then I did get some stuff at the retreat in Edmonton. This is some of the swag and some of the haul that I got. So there was a fabric seller there. So her company is The Grateful Thread. And she does really nice fabric. So I did get this blue sparkly. Can you see it's sparkly?
You can see the opalescent, yeah.
Yeah, you can tell. Oh, there you go. Yeah. And this one is, I think, this is a 16 count. And then I got this pink one. This one is an 18 count. And she said it was an oops because there was like some speckles on it. But like that's, well, you can't even really see it there. But yeah, I was like, that looks cool. Yeah, like there's like a speckle. It's like, people love speckles. I love speckles. I thought this was a really nice color. And then I also got this sort of like almost like a mauve color. And it's like a longer strip that I also really liked.
That's almost like 2 different fabrics with the brighter
Yeah,
side.
right? Like it's got a very different end and yeah. So, but I was very good. That's all the fabric that I bought at the show. And she was there like every day and she had like new stuff every day.
Yeah, she kept showing up with more. It was dangerous.
And I only bought that one piece from Mr. Frame at the actual store. I did buy one Jeanette Douglas chart. This is Vintage Animals.
I admire your restraint.
I have a lot of hers that I haven't even started yet, so that should be good. I did buy a couple more Tiny Modernist ones, but she also had some in our swag bags. Oh, I also got these pins. So this one was a freebie that I don't think she designed it for us.
Yeah, it's exclusive for the retreat to begin
Oh, it
with.
is exclusive. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and she had the Valdani thread packs, and Cheryl from the Grateful Thread did the floss to go with it. So
fabric, yeah.
Fabric, sorry, yeah. The Valdani is the floss.
And then we also got this one in our bags, which
some people did. Some people got other ones.
Oh, some people got different ones. Yeah, that's right. Some people got different ones. I'm glad I got this one though, because I don't have this one.
Yeah.
And then I also did buy the strawberry jam mouse, and I also bought this lighthouse.
I didn't even see that one. Probably
No?
for the best. It's fine. I don't need more. I did something
if I ever get around to
yesterday. Tiny Modernist, anyways. So we'll see. We'll see what that is later.
I bought a kit from Michelle, who designed this for the cruise, and she taught the class for it, and it comes with all these fun things to make this pattern. So Megan and I both bought one of these from her. And I bought this kit from Mr. Frame, this moose. And it comes with fabric and clutches. And I think it comes with something else. No, I don't know. I think that's everything I bought. And then Megan brought me some things. I bought another pattern. Where did it go? Oh yeah, I bought this pattern from Mr. Frame before we, like at the actual store, and I bought the fancy floss to go with it. Because I hadn't actually seen this one before. I really like it.
No, it's a few years old, that series.
Yeah. And then Megan gave me some projects that she has finished. So her Odd World.
I feel like you might have already shown these. Show them anyways, but like our
Oh,
apologies
I
if it's
totally did. Yeah, because you gave them to me when I was
okay.
home alone. Yeah. They just ended up here in my bag.
It's so hard because it's been almost 2 weeks since we filmed that little clip.
Eons ago. And then Michelle had brought this to put on the freebie table, but there really wasn't a freebie table, so it became the freebie bed in the hotel room. After almost our entire party had left, so it was just me.
I
And
didn't
Kim
know
going
anything
through
about
it.
a freebie bed.
Yeah, it was just me and Kim going through Michelle's suitcase as she was like packing, because she was like, "Oh yeah, I was gonna put these on the freebie table." Sorry, I missed out on that. But this would be perfect for the retreat for next year.
That would.
That big. This is the card we got. So I think the rest of this is all swag. We got these nice.
Let's see if I can swag along with you. Megan got a shark. I got a crab, and it's
Which
got
is very perfect.
on the.
We got biscornus that Kelly made. She made every one of the biscornu, and they're so freaking cute. And then we got matching brine guards. Well, some people, it's the same fabric, but sometimes the background was different. Yeah,
mine's pink.
Mine matches. Some people's matched. We also got a sunglass holder of like a sunflower pattern. Very cute. We got these pouches, which are perfect. I have two because Sveta gave me hers as well.
Oh, did she?
She kept her Valdani, but she gave me the pouch. Because we also got these Valdanis.
Yeah, everybody got the same color as far as I know.
Mm-hmm. And then we got this trim from Lady Creates. Very nice. We got these little bags, or I guess they're stitch markers, but you can clip them onto a bag or do whatever you
I'm probably gonna glue mine into my journal.
Yeah.
Into the journal. I just didn't bring them with me when I did it, and I've got a little. When I first looked at this, I thought it was like a wonky fish. It's just a seashell.
Yeah.
But when you look at it, you can see like it does look like a wonky fish.
It does look like a wonky fish.
He'll be a wonky fish forever.
And we got more needle minder.
Mine's on oh, you saw it on Bless's Mess. My little flip flop needle minder.
I had my flip flop from last time, so I was using that one. What was in here? Where's candy?
It's a candy and a drink thing.
Oh, that's right.
Little. But I'm also gonna put this in my book. I haven't decided if I'm gonna rip the paper up or leave it in it as a little, like make it flat.
Yeah, Michelle did hers with her flamingo, and it looked really good. I like the little decoration. We got little thingies for next year. So, a little box with a little.
There's the information.
Candies in it.
Interested.
And then I stole the seashells from the table and I put those in.
Oh, excellent.
Keep them safe.
Glad they went to a good home.
Oh, I also got the is it here? I took this off the table as well. Well, actually, Kim gave this to me.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Sveta gave us floss because she had so much. I forget why she had so much.
Just had a bunch of it. I don't know that she really
And
says
then it
it.
also came, so it's this blue, and it also came with this little scissor holder thing.
Yeah, mine's on a pair of
Scissor
scissors.
top? Yeah.
I'll show you in a moment.
Mhm.
Beautiful.
And then I also got this one from Michelle when I stitched on her Stitch It For Me.
Oh, I got a Michelle one.
This is a Fangirl Fibers, and she was also giving away the
Yeah, I
Star
specifically
Wars.
took one with a Rebel.
I just liked the color of this one, so that's why I picked this color. I don't like the floss is fine, I'll use it, but I really like that color of
Now I'm wondering where that is. Somewhere. It's somewhere.
Oh, and these little pins, these are from Michelle. I have a little turtle.
I have a little sea star.
And some more little charms.
Yeah, these came from Charlene at the Grateful Thread. But she also gave us a business card that was a 10% off coupon. So
Yeah,
you'll probably
we
see
had
a
to
lot
keep
of
the
empty
coupon back.
bags if you're watching recaps because we all used our 10% off coupon.
I forget what was in here, but now it's candy. Something else, I'm sure. That's everything I had in my bag.
We got needle minders.
Oh, those are in a project. They're with my pirate one.
Yeah, they gave us 2 of these needle minders and they're like hefty.
They're nice needle minders. That's why the clips were coming off my thing because it was stuck in the needle minders in the bag.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're really strong. Yeah, that's everything I got.
Here's my name tag just because it was in with all the stuff. So I got an angelfish. There was like 18 different possible things. And 3 people spent, what was it, like 1,400 hours stitching everybody
Crazy.
their own.
And
like,
they even had extras. So there was a couple of people who said that they were like, "Oh, my name is spelled wrong," but they were like, "Whatever, like it's fine." And they were like, "No, like we have extra ones. We'll put your name on another one." And they did that for like at least 3 people. Like on the first day, like the next day they had their spelled correctly names. Like that's
amazing.
Amazing. Oh, and I do have one more piece of not necessarily haul, but talking of door prizes.
Oh.
So a lady at the retreat,
Brandy,
made 30 table toppers that they gave away over the course of the weekend. I wanted one so bad. I love handmade quilts. Everyone that they showed, I was like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. And then when this one got shown, I was like, oh my God, I love log cabins. And they called my number. So I finally got one. I was so happy.
I did not get my number called, but Kim did. And when I hadn't won one, she turned to me and said, "Happy birthday," and thrust this upon me. And I love it.
Hers is beautiful.
So good. Like the stars on the batik.
Yeah, it's nice.
I just love it. It's so
and she
good.
was like, I don't have any tables. I don't have anywhere to put this. But
that wouldn't stop me.
She took the like bag thingy from our table. So
there we go.
She got some.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot I have 3 more things. When we were at the retreat, Lisa came back to the table at one point and had bought this from Mr. Frame, and we were all like, "Oh my God, that's so cute! Do they have any more?" I think 3 of us got up and went over to the table and were like, "Where are the otters?" And they were like, "They're gone. We only had one. Lisa just bought it." And we're like, "Oh." And then Meghan asked, like, they were like, "Oh, we can order them, like we can let you know when we have more and we'll send it." So Meghan put her name on the list. I immediately went on a shop close to me's website and found it. And I was like, oh, I'll just order it online. It's the same price, shipping, whatever. And it was waiting for me when I got home. And I also got two more because I'm not gonna just order one. Crazy. So I also got this little palm tree decoration to go with my winter flamingo that I made. And then I also got this one, which is like a drink one, which is really cute. And I'm gonna try to make this actually for Bill like soon. And it can go on our fridge because he loves an old fashioned. I don't think he'll stitch it himself. It was suggested, but that's everything. Okay.
That's everything. Okay. So I'm not even sure how to do this. Pre-retreat, I did get a kit from Mr. Frame, a Mill Hill. I got the little flying saucer just because it's cute.
I almost bought that one. It's very cute.
I might see if I can adapt it so that there could be a cat or a cow being sucked up. But we'll see how it goes. When I even started, I don't know. I just bought it. Because when you're at a cross stitch store, you do it. I also have a lot more of my malachite from Fiber on a Whim because the smallest they'll do is a fat quarter, which is fine, right? Like that's their prerogative, but
Yeah.
I have a lot of it. Good thing it's
oh no, I have too much fabric. Said no one ever.
Yeah. So that was the rest of my pre-purchase. And I got some replacement Q-snap frame clips and a couple more Q-snaps from Mr. Frame as well. So then at the retreat, so from the Tiny Moderatist, I got this. It was in a magazine apparently, because I was like, how come I've never seen this before? I'm like, it's from whatever date. And she's like, oh, it's because it was in a magazine. So this hasn't actually been released yet. She had the printed copy, so she brought them. So stay tuned, coming soon to a store near you. But it's just beautiful.
Yeah, it's super cute.
So, and the colors, I don't know, it just spoke to me. So there's that one.
Might have had that one north, but I don't.
I managed to only buy 2 pieces of fabric from the Grateful Thread. One is this beautiful 40 count linen. And this really lovely sky blue that I have plans for just a small piece of it, but plans nonetheless. And then this really spoke to me. This is, they call it Valdani Stitcher's cloth. So I guess Valdani.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
Not like it's a natural, like unbleached fiber to begin with, this green. But this really spoke to me because I have this. So I've stitched the Bat Cat long ago, and I really want to do this purple horse and this fabric. It's not quite the same tone, but I think it'll be perfect. Plus, I'm not going to use the purple that horse is. I'll have a different purple anyway, so it's not like I'm trying to match it. So
yeah,
that will be going into my to stitch pile. When? Who knows? It's a lot of stitches in that horse. And then we were at Mr. Frame, and I was like, oh, I should really do one of these Jeanette Douglas things one of these days. I was looking at them and I was like, I won't worry about it. And then I haven't paid that much attention. Apparently, Jeanette Douglas was coming to the retreat. I got this garden box pattern. I looked through all the patterns. It was hard to pick. And it came with the felt and the little ruler and the pins to do the so for the backing of these pieces. And then it calls for a mix of over-dyed flosses and DMC. So I'll just pick floss from stash. This is probably one of the less expensive floss kits if you were to get it, because it doesn't have all the silks and things in it. But I also got the box, so I have to do it now, right? I'm committed because it needs to live in the box that's designed for it to live in.
Yeah.
Also, when you buy them directly from Jeanette, it's much less expensive than when the box is in this. So if you have the opportunity to shop with Jeanette, I highly recommend, which makes sense, right? Like, people got to make money. And then because I just can't stop, I also got one of Jeanette's spools. and this tiny little kit to do the spool. This one does come, it's got everything you need in it other than the fabric, so it'll be really cute.
It is very cute. I do like the little spools.
Yeah, so very pleased with that. I also got from, I forget what the company was called, but she had scissors and needle binders and this, that.
Creations by Cheryl.
No, Cheryl does the bags and things. The other person,
Oh, I thought they were the same person.
no, they're two separate things. They were sharing space, but two
Oh,
separate. Yeah.
okay.
Anyways,
Well, then I don't know.
I got cock scissors,
Hmm.
which I put my new key scissor fob on, but I love them so much. They're so cute. And they've got a good cut, so that's important. From Creations by Cheryl, I did get a bag. It's got the same backing as Meghan's, so we're kind of twins. But mine are these beautiful sea creatures.
They are beautiful. I almost bought the matching thread bed of that one and the sunglasses, but then I was like, no, be reasonable. You have so many thread beds already. You don't even use them that much.
Beautiful bag. And then
Only
finally
one
from
for each
Mr.
project.
Frame, but while we were at the retreat, they brought all their just nans. And I had looked at them in the store, but I don't think I saw this one in the store. I mean, I know I did not touch everything that was in that store. It's a small store, but it is packed. But I got a little witchy mouse friend to make. Have I done my other just nan kit that I got?
No.
In September? No.
Does that matter? No.
Need another one. I did resist the limited edition hedgehog one, which was very hard for me to resist. It was like thrice the price. But it's a hedgehog and a square, like for it to sit on. Like there's more to it, so there's more stuff. So the price is fair, but
Yeah.
she's so cute. So that's my like actual retreat haul. Oh, I also have this. It's just one of those little mascara brushes,
Oh, yeah.
taking fluffies off, but it's got like a mermaid scale end on it.
Oh, right.
So, and I've been wanting to pick one of these up because I didn't have one, but you look for them and they're either like ridiculously overpriced for just one, or it's Amazon trying to sell you 800. Whereas this was a very good price for just one. I just need one in my life. So
I have one, but I think someone gave it to me at a retreat.
yeah.
So
where they probably got a whole bunch
it's
of
like
them.
the kind of thing. It's like it's hard to buy just one. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. They get sold in bulk, but I don't need bulk amounts.
No.
So, however, my friends brought me. So you saw some of the stuff. My Stitch North haul, part 2. I had asked in our Stitch Club group chat about recommendations for scroll rod frames, and Anna was like, don't buy them, I have some. So she sent along, and Michelle Chinook Crafter transported between provinces for me 3 sidebar sizes and 4, I think, whatever, I don't know what these things are called. Anyways, so I have some different scroll rod things to try out. The first thing I'm going to scroll rod is my Angel of Love, now that she's on to the beading. They're very loud. Figure out which one's the best size for her. Probably one of those long ones.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I'm going to look forward to giving these a try and see if I like us being a scroll rod person. And even if I don't like it, Angel of Love will probably get finished on it because of the beads.
Yeah.
But yeah, also took my dog to the woods yesterday, and it's mosquito season, which is fine, except that they really liked my freshest tattoo here that they had access to. And so there's like 8,000 mosquito bites on this arm and like 2 on this arm. And it just, yeah, they're not even really that itchy. They're just,
yeah,
that
It's
little,
annoying.
I
Yeah.
know they're there, and so I want to touch them because I feel like I have to wipe them off. Um, and then Michelle also brought, she had gotten this huge stash from a retired stitcher, and I claimed a few things. This indigenous-esque eagle that I'm going to do something with for Daniel. I had thought there was more like inappropriate indigenous stuff in the stash, so Michelle needs to go back and look. But Daniel loves a ridiculous cultural appropriation. And so we will do something to show off the ridiculousness. This was clearly just in a frame. It's got cardstock stapled to it, like
Is it, but
literally.
it's finished? It was like already,
This
like,
one's finished.
yeah.
Yeah. And then also in the stash was a bunch of all the stitching's finished, but the back stitch isn't finished, but all the charts were there. So I've got these 3 chart books, and then I start looking at them and go, oh, I want to stitch that, and I want to stitch that. And apparently I'm very into the late 80s, early 90s animal cross stitch phenomenon because none of them are looking tacky to me. But this eagle, right? And so the back stitching is done like on the bottom half. So you just need to put in the DM's black, like 310 back stitching here.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
finished. And but when I say you, it's me. This tiger, I think there's a little bit of stitching left to do, but it's mostly back stitching. Again, just needs a little bit. Like even like that though, like you can see the definition. So it just needs the back stitching to make it pop. Maybe the stitching is all done. Maybe it's just that there's half stitches that you cover with the back stitching. I don't know. I'll take a look. And then this tiger, where again, the back stitching has been started a little bit up here, but it just needs to be finished. And then it's done. So I'm going to finish those. And then I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Maybe make them into project bags, but something.
Oh,
I did make a big cat. Tigers specifically were my favorite as a small human. And this eagle, I feel like look at that. When you put in the back stitching on the wings, like
yeah, it'll look really good.
that deserves to be framed, honestly.
Yeah, it's a good eagle.
It's an excellent eagle. So that'll be a rainy day project at some point. And then my last stash of things that made their way to me via friends when I couldn't go to Stitch North is package from Jessie at Miscellaneous Pages, which is a mix of my market order and some gifts, including Jessie got me this shirt when they were on the Flosstube at sea, and they have the same one, so we're twins. And
They frantically messaged me when they were in that store to ask your shirt size.
good thing you have the information. It fits perfectly.
I have bought you shirts before.
Asked me for it before.
Mhm.
And they got me one of these little like snap up
Oh,
little
that's so cute.
the fabric is just beautiful.
I love that.
Love it. So I used this at our stitchy retreat. It's still got some little bits of floss in it, but that's great. And then for market, so I had showed, oh no, wait, one more thing. I also got the gift chart from Stitch North with 2 pieces of Jessie fabric, right?
They love
And
me the
so,
most.
so I'm very excited to have this. Apparently, Megan has been snickering about me being like, I'll have your pattern when you're done. Megan was aware.
Yeah. I was like, of course. As soon as I'm finished, it's yours.
So I got 2 more Night Garden. So I showed you because I got some from Top Knot as well. As well, I got the Night Garden thread from Jessie. So will I stitch those? Who knows? But just this one's shaded stitchery from Nuri.
Yeah, I love that.
And then Night Owl from Holly at Stitchy Pros, which I also really like.
Yeah, I got those two as well.
Yeah.
They're good.
the bendy side of Follow Me. So Megan and I at some point will start stitching these and then we're gonna trade the patterns.
Mhm.
Um, they both have the full border in them, is my understanding. So
Yeah.
we can start with the border and fill things in. This will be a multi-year project though. This is not happening anytime soon. And they did it in dinky dyes, including 3 skeins of mud flats called for. So I think I'll be doing a conversion.
Yeah.
I have a few losses. I think I'll be fine.
Oh, just a few.
It does only call for like 5 colors total, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 colors total. So it actually wouldn't be that bad in dinky dyes, especially if you caught a sale.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I could not resist this Kathy Barrick.
Oh, I
Those
don't even
flowers.
think I saw that one.
Oh, so it's based off of this um, painted velvet piece
Yeah.
that she has from the 1800s. Um, and she converted it to cross stitch. I just love it so much. I might, speaking of spending too much money because the floss list here is like 20 plus different colors, I might get the MPIs for this because
Mm-hmm.
MPI to DMC conversion is not like you can't one-to-one it. And I just would be worried that you'd lose some of the depth of
Yeah.
the different colors in the translation. Like there's, right? Like it even says on here, DMC does not have a burgundy as dark as. DMC does not have an olive green as dark as. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So she's warning you that like the conversion is not going to be the same. So I think I will probably bite the bullet at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, for that kind of stuff, it's probably worth it.
Also 138 by 174, and that's basically full coverage. So Godspeed me. And then on Twitch this morning, Trina and Helen were talking about doing round robin. And I was like, me, please, because look, I have a round robin pattern. So this is swimming with scissors from Ink Circles. That octopus with the hoops and the scissors is to die for.
Okay, now I really want to be in this round robin.
Yeah, so um, that's what I will be doing. I'll have to, it's all classic color work, so I'll probably just pick Rolanda's for it. I should have enough colors. The octopus body color might be tricky, but I'm sure I've got something I can do.
Oh, for sure.
So that was my Stitch and Stash haul, and then my Stitch North transferred haul. And so I've just also got, I came home to a package from Kayli, which is a mix of my fabric of the month and bag of the month club. And I also took advantage of the Kayli birthday sale. And I had kind of forgotten I had. So I started up this box and I'm like, what is all of this? It's like, oh no, wait, I totally did order stuff. But so this is my bag of the month bag. And if it looks familiar, it's because in my big bag of the month bag, I got the full size one. So you bet your bottom dollar this is joining this to hold all this floss. This is where my Freedom motif sampler has been living.
Oh, perfect.
With those little happy bobas.
Yeah.
Makes me want to go get a drink. And then my fabric of the month this month, so it's a 40 count linen, is called Soylent Green. That's pretty true color. I like it. It's a muddy green. It's got vibes to it. Really, really good. And then I ordered for the sale, I got this 40 count linen Lady Macbeth.
Ooh, I did like that one when I
Which
saw
I
it.
love a lot. Do I have any plans for it? No. Did I need it?
Yeah.
Just in case? Yes. So she lives here now. And then I honestly can't remember what was ordered and what was not. I think this is the other one I ordered. It doesn't seem to have a tag on it, so I can't really remember what it was called. I should have looked it up on the website, but It's also awesome.
Something like Shockwave or something like that.
Yeah, maybe. I like it a lot.
Yeah, good.
Again, did I order these with anything in mind? No. And then this was the fabric that I got with it, which again, it isn't tagged, so I'm not quite sure, but I really like the colors on it.
Yeah, that one's really good.
Yeah. It appears to be a 20 count. This one also appears to be a 20 count. So those are vibes. And then my bag from the sale is a little Peter Rabbit bag.
Oh,
It's lovely in this.
I like that green.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah,
And there's a little bunny friend for the bag pull.
gotta have a bunny friend.
That's all the things. Oh no, wait. There's more. Um, I had a bit of a digital shopping moment. I'm just going to share the full screen so you can see both. So I have not been a member of Tiny Modernist Patreon for a little while, but I still like get the like post previews or whatever, which is
Yeah.
dangerous. But this was June's pattern. I'm sorry. Oh.
That's amazing.
So I had to rejoin. It's 11 Canadian dollars, FYI,
Worth
Megan.
it. Worth it.
So she will release these eventually, but I might want to start it before then. You know what this would look really good on? That new blue fabric I got, for example. I probably won't stitch the houses. I will probably just stitch our ocean friends.
Mm.
So I did that. And then I've been eyeing this Totu stitch. They're based in Singapore, I want to say. I've been eyeing these up. They're like chatelaine-esque, but
I was gonna say it looks like a chatelaine, but it's not. Yeah.
but like with the death head moths and the embracing skeletons and like this swirl, they
Yeah.
got me.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not gonna show you the supply list on here, even though I could. Go away. But it is, and I mean, I know that my chatelaine that I'm doing is small relative to a chatelaine, but there is like 14, 15 just Mayuki 11 size delicas, along with all these. Like, there's just like, there are pages and pages and pages. There's 4 pages essentially of supplies. Um,
Well,
so I will slowly kit it up. I wonder if the place that does the kits for the chatelaines is doing the kits for these ones too. I don't know. But again, when will I start? I don't know. I sat on Octopus's Treasure Cove for like 2 years before I finally got the stuff and started it. So, yeah, it'll be really beautiful whenever I do.
it is really nice.
Somebody was showing off a finished and an almost finished chatelaine at the retreat, and they just like, you can see as many pictures as you want of these things when you see them in person.
Yeah.
Just a whole other level. So
That's when it gets you.
it is. It is. Or when somebody releases a new pattern and you go, oh, you've got kissing skeletons. I guess I have to stitch this.
Yeah. Clearly, I have no choice.
Yeah. That I think is everything.
That's everything you bought? Well.
I hope so.
Okay. Plans?
I have some
Finish.
Robin.
I'm gonna finish Pyroquaker. I'm gonna finish Pyroquaker next on my list. and I'm gonna finish Yelda to No Ruse. And then for July, I don't know if I picked what I wanted to work on. Oh yeah, I really wanted to work on Treasure Island, but I don't think that's gonna happen because I haven't even finished the ones for June. So stay tuned. We'll
Can
see.
you rearrange your plans and get some small ones knocked out of the way to get you back on track number wise and then put in
Maybe.
or maybe you should focus on the big ones.
The other small ones that I have are all kind of like Halloween Christmas ones, so I was gonna do those later anyway. Because all the summer ones that I have are all pretty big. Because I was like, oh, I'll just do it seasonally. But I do have a few small ones that are kind of like not seasonal at all. That maybe I could, yeah, maybe that would help.
Just at
But
least feel like you're making progress.
yeah, I'm definitely gonna finish these two. Like
How many have you finished so far?
off of the list of 40, 13. I have 15 finishes for the year, but I also started and finished those the strawberry and the flip flops. So
You are
I'm
behind.
a little bit behind, and I have a lot of really big ones that I've made not a lot of progress on.
Well, you'll get Yalda done, and that will
Yeah,
be
that
big
was a
finish.
pretty big one. Yeah,
Then you can take stock of what you want to work on
yeah.
next.
And Pirate Cracker is like it's a lot of stitching, but it's really easy stitching because it's only like 5 colors. Once you kind of know the pattern, you just go. Like
Yeah.
it's not a lot of looking and whatever. So I did make a lot of progress on that in like a day or two. So
Yeah.
that's what I need more of is those ones that are kind of like quick to work on, but not like they don't necessarily have to be small, they just have to be easy. Because that's what's slowing me down is the bigger ones that are also kind of like complicated. But
I hear you.
what are you gonna work on?
I have round robins, so I've got my Stitch It For Me round robin with Team 14 count. And I had been delaying starting it because I kind of wanted to crowdsource an idea I have. And the crowd said that it sounds great.
Yeah.
So, but it's going to be a surprise. So we're not talking about it. We're not showing it. Sorry, Mandy. You're
It'll
going to
be
love it.
worth it.
You'll love it.
Yeah.
And then I need to, I have not touched Autumn Quaker since it came to me. So I need to put some significant time in with Autumn Quaker. So I think I'm going to do that sort of up here next once I'm done my Bless This Mess. Then I will spend a week or more with Autumn Quaker to get out the next set of Quakers that I'm supposed to do. I have Steph's right now. And then we'll send them along. And then the last one will be I stitch on Rachel's last, and it's 46 count, which is fine. It's fine. It's not. I don't. It's not that different than 50 or 40
Yeah.
count. It just like mentally is like, oh, I
Yeah.
get the worst one for last. Not that it's bad. Worse is not. It's
Mhm.
fine. It's just I've gotten progressively smaller in my
Yeah.
count.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm not actually sure what our time frame is for that, so I should probably check in with Steph and others on when we're supposed to be sending it. I think we've all been a little lax since our initial distribution date got tampered with by Canada Post because
Mm.
Canada, and so we didn't send when we were supposed to send, and so everything's gotten a little wibbly wobbly
Oh yeah.
by that. But I don't know if we're trying to still make it so that they land like that Steph's lands back with Steph around her birthday because that was the
Mm.
initial plan was that it was like 1 year from her birthday. I have no idea. We'll see. We'll see. It's not going to be done when it comes back to any of us because we're all responsible for the big acorn in the middle, and we agreed like we don't have to do 100% of the little motifs alongside the big motifs. We're just stitching three big three big of the Quakers in each
Oh,
go. So, yeah. Yeah. So those are my plans. What I will actually stick to and accomplish, who knows? I do have another Monopoly board starting on the 1st because one of mine finished. And my other one, I wouldn't be surprised if it's done soonish. People are starting to get 2 or 3 properties within a group. Not 3.
Oh, okay.
3 would put us to a finish, but 2 properties within a group. And so we'll see. I do like the Monopoly stitching. It does, it feels a lot slower now that I'm only on one board. So I'm happy to have a second board again.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because depending on what people are rolling, what they have going on in their lives, it can take a while to get the stitches out, including me, right? Like, I'm not immune to it. And so having 2 boards just keeps it, you're doing a little bit more often.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
I think we did it.
Yeah.
We'll see you at the end of July.
Yeah, we haven't talked about if we're doing a mid-year
Oh,
or whatever. So we'll figure it out. You'll see what you
there
see.
may be a surprise video.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
If not, then we'll see you at the end of July.